Well, as we wrap up the coverage of the Chicago 2022 Auto Show, I did want to save maybe not the best for last, but certainly my favorite for last, and that's Toyota. I'm a huge Toyota fan. I've got a 2010 4Runner already, as you may know from other videos on my channel, and this was no place to go if you weren't willing to spend some money later, because the vehicles I saw here were mouth-watering. This white truck you can see here was all decked out with a Baja type off-road theme. You can see it's ready to go conquer the Baja 1000, or at least be a pre-runner for that. I love the look of this truck. Everything about it was spot on. And even some of the more stock looking trucks, like the one with the dirt bike in it, and even just basic 4Runners, were pretty appealing to me. So this thing looks like it could be a Raptor fighter in no time. The fender flares and so on. It was built for SEMA, so I wouldn't call it production ready or anything. Who knows? They might not even build anything like it, but I thought it looked fantastic. Some of the more basic trucks, just regular Tundras and so on, they were nice enough as well, but they don't really interest me that much. I did kind of geek out on this silver Sienna. It was a base model, so really basic silver paint, gray interior. I don't even think it's all-wheel drive, but it goes to show me how cool and how useful even a basic base model minivan is these days. I call them cool. I think they're cool because you can sleep in them. You can use them for office type work if you're traveling remotely, or they can be a great base of operations for anything you want to do with the room and seating capability and storage, and power for accessories capability as well. So I know it seems strange, but I really like this minivan, and I could see myself driving one of those one day, especially because all Siennas are now standard hybrid and all-wheel drive is optional. Over here, there's some more alternative means of transportation, some, looks like wheelchair-powered equipment, and some sort of alternative means concept vehicle here. But this section was still more interesting to me because it had some of the off-road vehicles, and I really appreciated a lot of the TRD Pro options, and even this Sienna with the rooftop tent was pretty sweet. Of course, I gravitated right over to that because I love that stuff. Earlier, I talked about the Subaru Solterra, the all-electric vehicle that Subaru is offering. The Solterra's sister car is right here, the Toyota version. It's going on sale shortly after the Subaru. So if you're interested in EVs, you can check that out. The rest of the area around there was kind of boring, frankly. It was RAV4s, Camrys, not that much exciting. But earlier, when I was looking at this Jeep section, did you see what was going on back there? Something caught my eye. Do you see it? Look at that Toyota Tacoma camper. I think this was also at SEMA. And so I managed to grab that and take a look at that. I mean, that's just so cool. So now I'm moving on to the tow truck display, the tow vehicle display. It'll show me how the new steering technology for Toyota will work. It's pretty amazing. You can see the driver give an overview of it, but take a look at this, and I think you'll appreciate it.
A chance to go on the main course?
I rode in the Tundra and enjoyed the off-road portions of that. That was great.
The technology now and the overall build is just fantastic.
Yeah.
This one here, it's a fairly light-duty tow with this boat on board. I mean, we're sitting at a couple thousand pounds.
Okay.
But the towing capacity is up to 12,000 pounds on Tundra now.
12,000. Wow. Okay.
12K. Yep.
Does that change with the hybrid?
It will, yeah. So
Okay.
hybrid, and then the size of the cabin as well as the size of the bed
Oh,
will
of course.
dictate the towing capacity.
Makes sense.
But take a look at this. So this one has got a trailer backup assist, and it's a straight path assist. So literally, I'm going to take my hands off the wheel, and you'll see the steering wheel come to life here, and we'll start our backup process.
Awesome.
So first things first, we'll got to make sure that this button is activated. We'll put it into reverse. And then this button here will need to be pressed, and the steering wheel comes to life. I'll turn off the beep here, and let's start our backup here. Oh, bear with me here. Got one.
Sure.
Hey, John, do me a favor. All right. So here we go.
So when you turned on the wheel, did it give you a little twist to let you know that the wheel was activated?
Oh,
or?
yes. So
Okay.
Because it's a full electronic steering.
Okay, that's cool.
So it lets you know that it's coming to life here. The nice thing is, let's say that I want to point my my driver's side over, say, about 6 inches. So I'll go ahead and turn my wheel, and then look at that. I've already made my adjustment, and then it'll keep coming over. So let's say I'm going to do about a foot. And then look at that, automatically straightens.
So you just tell it where you want to go, and it figures out how to get you there.
Exactly. And then one more thing to note is you're definitely in control of the brake pedal and the accelerator. So you tell it when to start and stop. But, I mean, just super easy, especially when you have, say, jet skis on board with the shorter trailers.
Yeah.
That's when, you know, the trailer moves on you pretty quick.
Yeah, those are tough.
Yeah, it just makes it so easy.
So I know you can't do it here, but have you tried, how extreme can you go, like in terms of, I really got to make this tight turn? Will it figure out pretty well?
Well, so at that point, let's say that we're going to go in, we're coming off the street, and we're going to 90 into
a
garage.
Yeah.
It's only a straight path assist, but so once I start my backup and I have my angle that
once you're lined up,
the truck will start to come back to its straight path. And one thing that's nice with that is that it has an anti-jackknife mode. So once you get close to jackknifing, it'll auto brake for you.
Awesome.
So yeah,
that is really impressive. I did not expect that.
Yeah. You know what? Let's go forward just a little bit up here.
Sure. I've seen the Ford one with the small knob on the wheel, and I think that's pretty cool too. But this is
just a different feature.
Seems
this
a lot
one's,
better.
You know, hands-free, and you can program up to 5 trailers on board. So that way you don't have to go through and keep reprogramming off of one trailer setting. No, you can store 5 in your garage.
And your ARV, huh?
Absolutely.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much.
And for my final stop today, I'm going to take a ride also on the Toyota test track, but instead of the tow vehicle demonstration, I'm going to ride around on their kind of mock off-road course here.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. No problem. Hi, how are you?
How are you doing?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Pretty good. So, welcome to the 2022 Toyota Tundra that we have for you here today.
Thank you.
So we're going to show you some pretty cool features. It's an all-new, completely redesigned car that we're in here today.
Okay.
So we'll get rolling here.
Let's go. We'll go down the car on camera here.
So the model
if I film?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
So the model that we're in today does have our new iForce engine in it. It's a 3.5 liter V6 making 389 horsepower. 479 foot-pounds of torque, so a really powerful engine.
Awesome. With
even torque distribution. And you'll see, so we're going to go over our fake Chicago pothole right here. In two-wheel drive, actually, the first time that we go over it each time. And you'll see, even going over this, it's really not an issue. Plenty of power to get us up and over that.
Oh, yeah.
And nice and smooth in here as well. Another thing that's new for this year is we do have an electronic power steering system in the vehicle. So being in the city, if you're driving around, getting around really tight turns, in and out of parking spaces, really easy to turn the wheel, not a lot of effort having to put into it.
Got it.
We also do have with this vehicle all of the different Toyota Safety Sense. So it's got Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 in it. So with that, you're getting lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, so it can kind of judge based on how far away you are from somebody, how close you're getting to them.
Okay.
So a lot of different features working in the background to keep you safe and sound at all times. Makes it really nice for if a pedestrian pops out, it'll give you alerts. It's also got a road traffic sign system that will sense traffic signs as you're approaching them. So whether it's stop signs, speed limits, things like that, and it'll actually display it in the dash, which is really nice too.
Will it stop if it sees a stop sign and you don't stop?
No, so for stop signs it will not. Pedestrians, it does have a system that it can attempt to. So one thing that we can do, we do have to put it into neutral, but I can actually shift on the fly electronically into four-wheel drive here. So do that electronically. You get different drive modes for mud, sand, things like that.
Okay.
And then we're going to come up to our last obstacle here, and I'm actually going to put it into 4 low. And what we're really trying to highlight over here is 2 different things. So we have an all-new chassis for this car. So it's a full boxed chassis all the way front to back. So a lot more rigid, really helps the car a lot. And like when they did that, it's 20% more rigid, but actually 10% lighter than the previous one.
Love it.
So I'm going to go ahead and put it into 4 low for us. So we'll get to show that off. And then the other thing that they changed this year is they actually have it changed over to coil over suspension instead of leaf springs as well.
Oh, wow, okay.
So you'll see getting over this, really no problems at all. And to really get a good view, and I'll push this camera button here and we can actually see where the vehicle's at here, going up here.
Cool.
So you can get a really good view of what's around you, how close you're getting to things.
Very cool.
And then another cool thing, I'm going to go ahead and put it back into 2. But as we're doing that, I can actually get different views from here too. I can push, I can see what's in the back, kind of get different angles coming down here.
That's awesome. Good for backing up if you have to take another run at it.
And you get the lines that show where the car's going to go, whether you're in forwards or reverse.
Nice.
So really nice there. Another really cool thing, and if you haven't done it yet, I recommend heading over to the trailer activity that we have set up. But so this car, we can actually see, and it can detect the trailer behind us, and it will take into account the trailer in the blind spot monitoring system, so it senses how long it is. So if a car is sitting next to the trailer, it will actually detect that, and it will put a little warning for you so that you don't try to change lanes.
Extends the blind spot area.
So it's really convenient.
Well, that's it from this year's Chicago Auto Show. Hope you enjoyed all the videos. They're all in the same playlist, and I'll probably put them all together into one huge compilation video at some point. So thanks for watching, and see you at next year's car show.
Back on different things, which is convenient.
Very cool. And the hybrid's optional on this?
Yeah, so the hybrid is optional. That's the iForce Max. So for that, it ups your power numbers to 483 horsepower and 537 foot-pounds of torque.
Wow.
So
very cool. Thank you very much.